There are only two tragedies in life. One is not getting what you want, and the other tragedy is actually getting it. And it's as simple as that, guys. Humanity, we can't be happy when we don't get what we want, but we equally cannot be happy when we get it. And that applies more to cars today than it ever has before. And a lot of people out there get their cars, their dream cars, or pretty close to their dream cars. And they get them and they live with them for a bit, and then they're itching for the next car. It's not as satisfying as they were envisaging. They were dreaming about these cars for a long time, sometimes since childhood, and they can't keep them for long enough. What's going on? Guys, see, when I was in engineering school, 2013, 14, around that time, if you had gone up to me and you'd said that I would be driving a GR Yaris one day, right? A Toyota homologation special, a rally car for the streets, effectively a race car, as close as you can get to a race car south of a Porsche, right? Something with about 300 horsepower, all-wheel drive, manual transmission, something that was developed by Akio Toyoda, the president of Toyota, right? Personally developed by him and Tommy Mäkinen. A car that's going to be a future classic, right? In fact, make no mistake, homologation specials don't depreciate in the long term, right? If you had said that to me in uni, I would not have believed you, right? And let's take the cost out of the equation, right? Because it's not about cost. I think the GR Yaris for many people, especially in Australia, is something that is quite achievable. So it's not really about cost, but if you'd broken it down that way, I would have never believed you. I would have thought, what a deal. I'm going to be having so much fun, but here I am, guys, and I can't help myself, and I'm always thinking about the next car, right? I've owned this car for a year, and often I'm thinking about the next car, maybe a Civic Type R, right? I mention it on my page many times, and that is a flaw, guys, of many of us in car culture. Make no mistake, there is no such thing as a dream car, and there's no such thing as a dream car that'll make you happy. There's only a dream person. Right? Until you become your dream person, until you reach that level, no car is going to satisfy you. No car is going to make you whole, right? It's about you. It's about you having an acceptance of yourself and enjoying your car for what it is. A lot of people will buy a car, say they get a hot hatch, and they'll say, oh, this is great around the corners, but I wish it had more straight line power. I've got to sell it and get something with straight line power. Well, have they considered track driving? Have they considered taking it to a nice mountain road, legally of course, but have they considered enjoying the dynamics of the car? Have they considered expanding their friend circles to people who enjoy cornering and enjoy cars with handling characteristics? They haven't. They just disregard the car and say, you know what, my lifestyle is all about driving on the highway or driving fast in a straight line. I'm going to get rid of this car. And then there's people who buy cars that handle and they're never happy with the handling. They want coilovers or springs. The car is too soft. Well, have they ever tried to change their driving style? Because especially for performance cars, guys, engineers, there's a massive engineering team whose sole job is to understand the cornering dynamics and tune it. People get these cars and they're not happy with it. They're not happy with Toyota, the best, or Mazda or Honda, the best companies to ever exist, right? Not just for cars, for anything, right? And they're not happy with the team of engineers and the team of experts that have tuned these cars. They don't like the handling characteristics. They're not too happy. It's got too much hard touch material. My GR Yaris is full of hard touch plastics. I've got a video coming up where I'll sort of go through it, but there's, even where I rest my elbow, it's hard, right? But some people aren't happy with that and they'll go and change their car because, it's all just too hard. But have they thought about the quality within, right? When I owned my BMW, that was a very soft touch material car and, it was put together beautifully. But make no mistake, every part of that BMW was falling apart, right? My interior was a mess on the inside. It was falling apart. Errors, issues, quality control issues. But it looked beautiful and it felt beautiful. Don't rush into getting your next car or your dream car until you've figured out what you really like and until you've figured out who you really are. Own your car for a long time. You've got an unreliable car. It's okay, guys. Maybe it's teaching you some nice skills of how to wrench. Maybe it's teaching you about adversity in life. Let it teach you that lesson. Sit with your car long enough. Understand it. Understand this machine, guys. I'm an engineer, and I'm telling you right now, I couldn't engineer and design an entire car like this. So surely a year or 2 years isn't enough for me to write it off and say, you know what, the engineers didn't do it right. I couldn't build this car. So how can I go ahead and say the engineers and others didn't build it right? It's a complex machine. Understand it. Let the car teach you about itself and about you, and then see how you feel. And guys, I promise, once you do that, when you get to your next car, when you finally get to your dream car, it'll be a lot more worth it. You'll be a lot more mature about it. You'll be a lot more somber. You'll own that car. You'll drive it and you'll forgive it. And here, guys, I'm speaking from experience because I've owned 11 different cars. I've driven many, right? And only now am I starting to realize that cars, there is no perfect car for me. One time I'll think, oh, I need 4 doors. And then another time I'll go and buy a coupe and say, you know what? It's fine. This car is worth it. One time I'll really value soft touch materials, and another time I'll say, no, you know what? I don't mind hard touch as long as the quality behind them is good. So it's taken me so long to understand different things about myself, and it's taken me so long to realize that the problem is not the car, the problem is us and how we feel and the frame we put ourselves in. So I want you to consider, guys, what is your mindset when you own a car? Are you ready to get your dream car? And I think 9 out of 10 times, especially if you're young, guys, don't finance a car. Don't jump into it now. Save your life. Go through your 20s, your 30s, your 40s building, saving, investing, doing what's good for your family. Go through that time and understand yourself and the cars you own. Just spend that time understanding this journey, and then perhaps you'll be ready to get your dream car, and perhaps then that dream car will be one that you can keep forever. It would be perhaps a case of it's okay to meet your heroes. So I hope that helps, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.